If you're hurt and somebody else is at fault, how are you going to pay for all of your medical bills for your injuries? There are three primary ways that people pay for their medical bills in an injury claim. The first one is out of pocket. This is paying the medical provider directly, entirely out of pocket. The benefit of paying this way is you know exactly how much is billed immediately, you pay it in full, and none of the recovery then needs to go to pay back the medical provider. The benefit of this is it provides the largest amount of the recovery to you. The downside is this can get extremely expensive, particularly if you were badly injured. The second way is through health insurance. Now, this is typically the preference. The benefit of going through health insurance is while there may be some co-pays and some amounts that you will need to pay out of pocket, this is typically a fraction of the total medical bill. The other benefit is health insurance companies typically negotiate pretty favorable rates with the medical provider, meaning that the medical provider might bill a high amount for medical services, but the insurance company has contracted with the medical provider to pay a much lower rate. And a lot of times, although this isn't always the case, but a lot of times the medical provider is bound by that reduced contracted rate. So this will still preserve a fair amount of the recovery to you when you go through health insurance. Now, there is still going to be some payback requirements a lot of times when you do go through health insurance. If there is an ERISA-based plan or Medicare or Medicaid, there might be a requirement to pay back health insurance, and it is important to have a lawyer who knows what they're doing in this arena. It can be complicated. The third one is medical liens. Medical liens is when the provider does not take any payment up front, but instead waits on payment from the settlement or the ultimate recovery from your injury claim. So the benefit of this is that the patient or the client doesn't need to pay anything out of pocket, but the downside is this could take a potentially larger chunk out of your recovery to pay back the medical provider. Now, a lot of times, even with medical liens, the medical provider will have to settle and take a little bit of a reduced payment to pay back the balance in full. But that being said, it is often a lot larger than whatever the rate contracted with health insurance. I hope you liked this video. If you did, subscribe, feel free to comment. And if you are injured in a car accident or any other injury which it wasn't your fault, feel free to give me a call for a free consultation. My phone number is 480-927-3700. I look forward to speaking with you.